Hello, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how you perform a rapid HIV test in EHR. As you can see, I'm already logged in, and for the sake of progress, I've already registered someone with the name Tatenda. So we're just going to quickly search for Tatenda. All right, we have a Tatenda Dube here, view, and look at the patient summary to verify this is the correct client. Open patient file and admit as an outpatient to, the HT's queue. All right, because I'm the one who's going to be giving the service to Tatenda, I'm going to attend to patient. All right, so the first thing you have to do is to offer HIV and TB screening. And you can do that through this offer HIV and TB screening pop-up or the screening button right here on patient options. Either way, you're going to be able to go to the screening window. So I'm going to offer, go to HIV, update. So these are the questions you're going to be asking the client. Have you ever been tested before? I'm going to go with yes for now. Suppose the client has been tested before in 2019 and their result was negative. Have you ever been exposed to ARVs? I'm going to go with no for now and then proceed and save. Once this information is saved, you can also do your TB screening. Press screen. And these are the questions that assess the signs and symptoms. So for now, I'm going to go with no for all the questions so that the client doesn't become TB presumptive. Then confirm, client not TB presumptive, yes. All right, the next button is the sexual history. So I'm going to go to sexual history, update. Are you sexually active? Yes or no? I'm going to go with yes. And then there are these questions about ages at first sexual encounter and number of sexual partners in the last 12 months. So if the client is willing or able to give you this information, you can then add. But if the client is not comfortable or they've forgotten, the system allows you to proceed and save without adding anything here. So for now, I'm just going to save. And as soon as you save, the other HIV risk factors are going to appear, and we are encouraged to ask all the questions. And if the client says yes or no or refuse, make sure you add this information accordingly. All right, so I hope you're able to go through these questions. All right, after answering the HIV risk factors, you can proceed and save. And you're done with your HIV screening. You can proceed and close, then go to HIV testing. Already it's saying offer HIV test. So we've done the screening, we've collected the sexual history. Let's go straight to HTS registration. Press register. The HTS type, like I mentioned, we're going to do a rapid HIV test. The entry points, this is someone we met at the general VCT clinic. If it is a couple in that instance, please make sure that you add the other partner as the couple. But if they're coming alone, you leave the couple to part blank. Then register. All right, so now you have the HTS number. Then proceed to pre-test counseling. Edit details. HTS approach, I'm going to go with PITC, HTS model. This is facility excluding index case testing. The subtype, health facility. The reason for HIV testing, the client wants to know their HIV status. Client profile, this is part of the general population. But because we've already said this client was tested in 2019, this is not a new test in the client's life. If you're giving, remember, if you have a couple, make sure that you also tick this part that says couples counseling. Pre-test information given, yes. If the client then decides to opt out of the test, then you have to make sure that you click the opt out of test button here so that it doesn't take you to other windows and it can actually end the session there. So I'm going to update, then go to testing, add screening test. We're going to use determine, add the test kit batch and start your test. System is asking, are you sure you want to start the test at 09:15? Then I'm going to say yes. So now you have to wait for the particular minutes for the results to come out. But for the sake of the session, I'm just going to go straight to adding the test result. Suppose the result is positive, then I'm going to end my test. Then this is the HIV test end time. Right, because the client is positive, the system is going to ask you to add a confirmatory test. We're going to use Campfire. Select the test kit batch and start your test. Are you sure you want to start test at 09:16? Yes. Then add test result. Suppose this one is going to test positive again, and then you end your test. Record the HIV test result at 09:16, then say yes. All right, so we've done the testing and the final result is positive. From there, we have to go to post-test counseling, update post-test. Right, the final result is positive, result received. Then we go to yes. I'm assuming that this is when you're actually giving the result to the client. Then you do your post-test counseling, post-test consult, then you press yes, and you also add the date for post-test counseling. Was client aware of their HIV testing prior to this session? I'm going to go with no. Then if the client consents to an index testing, please press yes and update. All right, so we now required to proceed and perform an HIV-1 rapid recency test. So I'm going to press perform HIV-1 rapid recency test. Are you sure you want to perform the recency investigation? I'm going to say yes. So we're going to go to the testing screen, add the tests, and for rapid-1 recency, we use the Asante test kit. Select the test kit, select the test kit page, and add the result. For now, I'm just going to go with recent. Then you save. After that, you have to update this final result as recent and you save your result. All right, then we go back. We also have to add index contacts. Remember, the client consented to index contact tracing, so add index contact. You'll be directed to the index contact list screen. Yes, take me there. And for this part, you have to either register a contact or you look up a contact if the contact has been registered at your facility before. So I'm just going to go to look up a contact. And I'm going to look for Jane. We don't have a Jane here. All right, so maybe I have to register someone. All right, so I'm going to search for someone here. We have a female here who I'm going to view to verify and attach to Mr. Chatenda Dube as their contact. All right, the client already has address and phone number and everything else, but we want to find the relationship with our patient. Suppose this is a sexual partner. And then we go to the next page, tested for HIV. The client is not sure. And then we have to select an appointment date. We're going to set an appointment date for tomorrow. Press next and find out if the client has got fear of intimate partner violence. If they say yes, then you'll be able to save. If they say no, then it means they are able to disclose their partners, their status to their partner. So you need to find a partner disclosure plan. Maybe the index is going to disclose and the individual is going to come for testing, and then you proceed and save. All right, so now we have one contact. You can proceed and register another contact or look up for a contact. The system does not limit the number of contacts for a client. So for now, we're going to close this page and we are done with post-test counseling. If there are any investigations that you would want to do, suppose you want to perform maybe CD4 count, you go to investigations, record investigation, select this investigation category. It's going to be laboratory. The sample is blood. And we want to perform CD4 count. And then you save. After saving, if you're able to perform the test, especially for rapid tests, then you press perform test. If not, then you have to send to a lab. So I'm going to press send to lab. And this is an external lab. Select the lab. I'm going to go with NMRL. And then you generate a lab request number. Make sure that you copy this lab request number to the other paperwork that accompanies your test, and then you save. All right, later on when the result comes, you'll be able to issue the result. All right, so we're done with investigations. Let's go to index contacts in case there are other index that you want, there are other contacts that you want to add. If there's nothing, we can proceed to service linkages. So you want to link this client to other services, whether they are going to be local services or external. So you can actually select, for example, local. Maybe in the outpatient queues, you want them to go to the OI Art clinic for OI Art management, and then you save. If you also want to send them to an external facility, you can select external, select the health facility that you want to send this client to, as well as the services that you want this client to attain at this facility, and then you save. All right, after you have saved and finished with saving linkages, you can then close. And the system now is asking if you want to register this client into ART. So if you want to immediately register the client into ART, you press yes. If you don't want to, it's no, and you also have to provide a reason why you are not registering this patient into ART. So for now, I'm just going to go with yes, and then click yes to continue. And from here, we're going to be proceeding when we start our OI Art registration.